Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Excellent. Welcome to the show. Alan?
Yeah, man. How we doing today?
Good. Hold on, Alan. Talk again.
Yeah, man. How we doing? We're cool?
Yeah. It's weird because your microphone is registered 4,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm registered 1.
Okay.
It's
1
weird,
and 4 is 14.
but you're sitting like right next to me. And it is 14, and I'm wearing a 14 jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Check that out. That's nice, too. New York Jets.
Yeah, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, who probably won't play for the Jets next year because he's a greedy son of a gun.
Oh.
Our co-host, Megan
is out.
Jenkins, MJ, has we...
Personal deal going.
Yeah, as we Reza Riffers like to call her, MJ. She's out on a personal deal. And I don't know what that means, but it's personal.
Well, I hope she works out. She's got some things that she had to do today, but she'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back next week.
Yeah,
and it's really weird because tonight we have a female guest, and oh boy, we could really use her today.
That'd be cool.
Because, usually when we get female guests, we always creep them out, and we're not trying to be.
Well, let's not exaggerate.
Well, it's like, hey, you want to come over for popcorn?
Did you say that to one of our guests?
I think so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's wrong with popcorn? There's nothing creepy about that.
Yeah, but I think when you had nodded and agreed, she thought, maybe it was an extra butter popcorn.
I knew you know what? You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
I was going to make a comment about butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
So, but unfortunately, we're calling in the guest today, so
she won't have to be here with buttered popcorn.
Exactly.
We got a great guest today, Lana Turner.
Lana Turner.
I thought it's Lana. Well, you can ask her.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask her?
I think.
Megan said it was Lana Turner, like the actress.
No, it's Lana Turner, like the actress.
Lana Turner.
Yeah. But
so anyways,
I wanted to talk about my week first before I give her a call because.
Go ahead. How was your week?
It was 4th of July.
Yeah.
As you know, it was my birthday.
Your happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday, right?
Yeah. Happy birthday.
You actually called me.
Yeah, and on Facebook, too.
Yeah. You called me on my birthday.
So it's not late.
Yeah, and to be honest, dude, you were actually the only one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. That just means that you cherish
I do.
Our friendship.
I do.
And, that really meant a lot to me. But it was my birthday.
Did you do anything special?
No, I watched fireworks. But the thing...
Well, that's nothing wrong with that.
Because it's 4th of July.
See, in my neighborhood, the fireworks are on 24/7.
Yeah.
All through the year.
With guns and shit.
Yeah, it's enjoyable, though.
But,
I have fun there.
But no, you know what I've noticed is I went on my Facebook and I noticed my future stepmother unfriended me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Isn't that freaking weird?
Why? You have any idea why?
I don't know why, but I think that's weird.
But sometimes you told me it's an accident. Sometimes they just...
I think it's pretty intentional if your family members unfriend you.
Oh, bummer.
I was like, on my birthday?
Wow, that's even worse.
Yeah, holy Lord.
Well, I hope that works out for you.
Yeah. And then, so I got unfriended on my birthday. Like, that's just a crappy feeling, man.
Yeah.
But,
well, you could always...
I can't complain much because I got a Coke Zero.
You like those?
Yeah, I like the Coke Zeros. I can't text her because I don't have her number. Plus, it's kind of awkward. And hey, you unfriended me. I'm your future son.
Did I ever meet your stepmother?
No.
No, I only know your mother, the attorney.
Yes.
She's nice.
Yeah,
She was always nice and inspiring to me.
Yeah, I should have my mom sue my future stepmother
for what?
For unfriending me.
Oh, that's not... How much could you get for that?
I don't know. Attention.
There you go. Do we need to sue for attention?
Some people do. You remember that Kramer guy sued Fred Stoller?
Oh, no.
For that book? And he did it for attention.
You know what?
You don't remember that?
I know Stoller had this lawsuit.
Oh.
And it was... You sure it was...
It was the real Kramer. It wasn't Michael Richards. It was Kramer. Anyways.
Well, that's
Yeah, and he did it for attention,
okay.
I think.
Anybody
I feel.
wants to call in and ask about that, or add to it, because I don't know what What I'd have to Google that.
I like your shades.
Aren't they cool? I got these in New York. Yeah.
You're in a studio and you got shades.
Yeah, I just
on.
wanted. It's a new trying. I'm trying it. Look, I got the Hawaiian shirt. Look at this. I got the watch.
Hey, I like the
skull on
watch,
it.
man.
Yeah.
All right, well, so we're about to I got a Facebook notification. Maybe it's a Twitter question because we didn't have a lot of Twitter questions today for some reason. But so today's guest is used to be married to the great Ralphie May. You know, the great comedian Ralphie May.
Yeah.
And it's odd because she's a great comedian herself. She has a popular podcast called The Perfect 10 Podcast.
Yes.
It's a podcast so perfect that
popular.
it's 10. 10 out of 10 stars.
Very popular.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Cool.
And she has 2 comedy albums. One called If These Lips Can Talk,
Yeah.
which is very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And the other album is called Dick Jokes and Other Associates Love Songs.
That she plays guitar.
Yeah, and it's not stand-up, it's a comedy guitar. It's
Yeah.
like she's standing up playing the guitar.
Yeah.
You know? And her name is Lana Turner, guys. And we're about to give her a buzz right now. Do you have any good questions for Lana Turner?
Yeah, I have them.
Huh? All right.
Do you?
I'm always full of questions, man.
Questions?
Questions like John
Our
Lovitz.
friend Lovitz.
You can press 1 right now and record a message, or you can wait a really long time for that annoying beep.
Oh,
Okay. We'll wait a long time for the annoying beep.
okay. Okay, maybe I should text her and tell her that we just tried calling her. But
Well, what time is it? I think that... we're good.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I was at Universal Studios last night.
That's right.
It was a blast. I hadn't been there in years. Walking Dead is a ride to go to.
Wait, what?
Walking Dead. Can you imagine that?
Wait, that's a ride?
Yes.
I thought it was in a maze.
You know, it is a maze. Oh, you've been there. I keep forgetting you've been there recently. No, it's a maze, a ride.
Phone's ring.
Yeah, here we go.
Usually if it rings 3 times, you know, it's going to get picked up.
Hello?
Hey, Lana, it's Keith Reza.
Hey, Lana. It's Alan Lee.
Hi. Hey, guys. You're in the car with me.
Oh,
I hope I don't,
How cool.
I'm like 10 minutes from my house, so I hope I don't drop the call. But
Oh, no.
Oh,
if I drop it, just call me.
yeah, we'll call you right back.
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
All right, good. Good.
So, Lana, I have a question. You say your name is Lana or as Lena?
It's Lana.
It's Lana.
I told you.
I said that.
I said
You
that.
No. Well, listen.
We were having fights over the car because
It's like the actress Lana Turner.
That's what I said. Well, anyways, because the thing is I have Asperger's, so my Asperger's makes me have a speech pattern problem sometimes, so I mispronounce names.
Hold on a second, guys. Hold on.
Oh, those are the kids.
I'm struggling too much. Hold on.
Oh. Those are
Those are children.
children.
Uh-huh.
We don't have
Yeah,
children.
there's. So we just got back from the beach.
Oh, nice.
Oh, which beach?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
We went all the way down almost to San Diego because I had a friend that was in town that we went and visited with him.
Oh.
Because it was 4th of July. We hit a bunch of traffic coming back. So
Oh, deal. Wow.
I just like cutting this super close. So anyways, yes, it's Lana. And you were saying that you're. I'm sorry. I totally start again.
Oh no, I have this thing called Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism, and what it is it's like I don't socialize very well, and sometimes I mispronounce words with the speech pattern and stuff. So me and Alan Lee, who's the sidekick, we always fight over how to say guesses' names because I'm usually right.
Even with the Asperger's, he's right. So I've learned to deal with that.
Yeah, I said it right.
So you were down in San Diego. Nice place. You caught good weather.
Well, not all the way. Just like a beach that was way too far.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, it is a drive.
Have you ever been to SeaWorld in San Diego?
I've never been to SeaWorld.
Not to that. I've been to SeaWorld before, but not the one in San Diego.
Oh, yeah. Because whenever I go to San Diego, I always drive by SeaWorld, which is weird because it's by beaches.
Yeah, you haven't been.
But
well, the documentary, the way they treated those animals.
Oh yeah, it's called Blackfish or something, right?
You see Blackfish by any chance, Lana?
I haven't seen it, but it doesn't. Knowing about it doesn't make you want to go to go to SeaWorld.
There you go.
When you go to SeaWorld and they have the big show and the whales are jumping and it's like this patriotic thing.
Angry porpoises.
You always kind of feel a little weird about it, like whales jumping to the Star Spangled Banner. It's just like the whole thing feels kind of weird, right?
Angry dolphins.
It's totally weird, but yet like all the kids and stuff, they're there and they're like excited. Mm-hmm. And then because I remember I went when I was a kid and I was excited when that happened. And then I saw Jurassic World and they did it with a dinosaur and I was like, holy Lord, that's got to be scary.
I didn't see Jurassic World.
Patriotic dinosaurs?
So I think that a lot of the SeaWorlds are getting rid of the whales. Like they're not allowed. People aren't endorsing that anymore, right?
It's the animal cruelty thing.
Like circuses aren't allowed to have elephants anymore. Like people just aren't tolerating that anymore. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
I don't know.
Except for the gorillas in zoos.
Oh
you can drop your kids off.
Did you hear about that?
About the gorilla? What happened?
The mother that dropped her child inadvertently into the zoo cage.
Oh, and the gorilla picked it up and was gentle with it, right?
Yeah.
But they shot the gorilla.
They killed the gorilla anyway.
Yeah.
That pissed me off because I'm a Tarzan fan. Are you going to see this Tarzan movie? Tarzan gets along with the freaking gorillas, dude. I read that as a kid. I love Tarzan. How do we get on that?
If I drop the call, it's going to happen in the next minute or two, and then just call me back in like 5 minutes. But I'm hoping that we don't drop the call, okay? Because there's always a space. Yeah. So I'm not saying it's going to drop, but we're going to have like suspense for the next few minutes.
Yeah, and
we'll just see what happens.
Oh, that's cool because we like the suspense because it gives us a chance to take a commercial break and
with no sponsors.
Advertise our no sponsors.
Well, it might not happen, and then you don't get to advertise your non-sponsorship.
So
we'll just see what happens.
Well,
you're I don't know.
You're a podcast person. You've got a nice podcast going.
Yeah, the host of the Perfect 10 podcast.
So that was cool.
Yes, I have a podcast. It's the Perfect 10, and I love my podcast. We have a lot of fun on there. It's been a transition, but it's been going for a long time, and we've got like a great listenership now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, because I tried to find like questions because I hate it like when I do podcasts, people like always ask me the same questions. You know what I mean? So I tried to find like new questions because I didn't want to ask you the same questions. But then I realized you did so many podcasts, I couldn't listen to all of them.
Well, she knows all the questions.
Well, but the podcast is generally focused on the guests. So if you're listening, if you're not really.
Is that the drop call?
I think so.
The call is dropped.
So now we're going to riff.
For 5 minutes.
With each other. So, hey, this is so cool because, I want to ask Lana a question about, we always do this when we talk about our podcast. What is her favorite episode or guest? And you can,
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
And
but the call is dropped, and she said call her back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, so we have 5 minutes to talk about the questions we were going to ask her or talk about last week's sponsor.
Oh, last week's sponsor was the Stand Up magazine. That's a great magazine. They're not sponsoring this episode.
Well, we're going to plug them anyway.
Yeah, but we're going to plug them anyway because you know what? I actually like that magazine.
Yeah.
It's if you want a copy, you can get it at
www.thestandup.net. And they have schedules.
I got the hiccups
from the Coke here.
Maybe.
I mean the Coca-Cola, not the Coke.
Yeah.
You don't do Coke. That's horrible. My bad. I'm sure he doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take that way. He's totally cool. I've never seen him snort or anything like this. This is fucking Diet. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm using bad words. Diet Coke.
Do you remember when Skylar Stone was here and we were?
Do I want to remember? No. Skylar, if you heard that, I love you, man. I love you. I want to do King, the whole King thing with you again.
But no, we were all like,
dude.
Skylar, I thought you had a huge heroin problem, and he's like, a heroin problem?
Well, I don't know where that was a unique question.
I think it was because he was talking to me, and I wanted to change the subject.
What's that?
She texted me and try again. All right, so
beautiful.
We're gonna call.
Can
her.
she hear this? On a radio?
I don't know.
It's LA radio. She should be. Can she hear this in her car?
Yeah, I don't know, but we're calling her again.
Hi.
Oh,
Hey.
hi. That was great. You know, you gave us a practice session on riffing here.
Yeah.
We had to improvise.
But Lana, if you want to know the truth, that's not the first time this has happened.
No.
We had Bill Dwyer on a couple weeks ago. Do you know Bill? And
Yeah.
yeah,
I know of him.
yeah, and Bill's phone died.
Yeah, that was.
So he died during the interview. So, and then Norm McDonald's phone died too, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was like
That scared the hell out of us.
it really did.
Oh no.
So.
Oh well, we should be good for the rest of this interview.
Oh,
Good.
excellent. So the Perfect 10 podcast, Alan Lee was talking about it, and he wanted to ask you who is your favorite guest and why that you've interviewed.
Do you have
That's a
anyone
good
that you
question.
like, or just remember offhand that you said, "Oh, that was cool"? You know.
Well, one of my favorite segments that we've done on there is the cooking with porn stars.
Oh,
I love that. That's one of my
my
favorite. Now, I
God.
can't say it's
That's
my favorite
that's
to
that's
do
hilarious.
because it's kind of gross. Like, I
That's
love all the
hilarious.
porn stars that we've met, but the premise of it is that everybody can cook, and I can curse on here, right?
Yeah.
That's
So,
funny.
The premise is everyone can curse and everyone can fuck, but only a few people can do it professionally. So, and do it, So what
Oh
I
my
do
God.
is have porn stars come over and cook, which is also very sexual. Like, they cook their favorite thing to either eat or cook, and I kind of get to know them.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've had
Any
I've had
recipes?
quite a few people come and do it.
Any dishes?
I love it.
Any dishes that come to hand, like lasagna or? I mean, I don't know.
Well, you would think porn
like
stars like to cook hot dogs or popsicles or something.
That's hack. Any
Right?
hot dogs,
Or
come
just
on.
order pizza. We probably the grossest one, and he's a sweetheart of a man, but was Ron Jeremy,
Uh-oh.
because he made this egg frittata, and the shell of the egg landed in the batter, and he used his finger to dig it out, and I was like, no, because I didn't want that finger in my
Oh
my
my!
because I had to eat with him after we were done
Oh,
cooking. So it was just like, this is nasty. So,
did he at least wash his hands?
I mean, yeah, but how many times can he wash his hands and really, you got to get under those fingernails, you know?
Yeah.
That's like when a crime when they've had the DNA, and you find
Yeah.
out who did it.
I mean, let's just say
But
there's
there's a lot
thousands
of
of people's DNA under that
Thank you,
fingernail.
thank you. A lot of DNA there.
Speaking of speaking of Ron Jeremy, you're in a movie with him called Nuclear
No, we
Zombies
wanna know
from
about
Area
that.
51.
Yeah.
Well, I've been cast in the film, and the movie is it's slated to go, but the production company had another project interrupt the flow.
Oh.
So it hasn't been filmed yet?
It hasn't been filmed yet, but my part is I play a 80s rock star who gets. I guess I get eaten by the zombies, but like I'm not like nice.
Oh,
I'm kind of like this sort of like, I was really big at one time. I have a one-hit wonder, and I'm going to this I don't know. I don't want to give away too much of the plot, but it's really funny, and I get eaten.
Oh my!
But you don't get eaten sexually. You actually get eaten.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't exactly. I don't know that I die or just turn zombie. Like, I'm not sure exactly because they're still hammering it. But no, those guys did another movie, Bro, What Happened, which is another really funny comedy, independent. You know, when you have friends that shoot movies and they tell you, "Hey, watch my movie. It's really good," and you're always like, "Okay, I'll watch it," and then you really don't want to.
Spoilers.
You don't watch them, you gotta be, and you have to see them, and you have to say, "Oh my God, I loved your film. It was so great." And maybe you didn't really love it, but you don't want to. You don't want to not love it.
That's the thing.
That's kind of how I felt at first when they're like, "Hey, watch our movie, and you're gonna really love it." And then I watched it, and I was like, "This is really great. They did a phenomenal job." So
cool.
A really funny independent film is "Bro, What Happened," and there's the guys that are doing the film Nuclear Zombies from Area 51.
You bring up a good point, because a lot of us, all of us performers, when we're asked to go see our friends perform, we always have to watch it. We have to be nice. Like we never like to.
Okay, first of all, that statement's totally not untrue. That's
you're not nice. You don't.
No,
nice
I am nice, but you're saying that. Okay,
I'm very
Lana.
nice.
Here's the thing.
I'm very nice.
Hold on,
I'm too nice.
Let me tell Lana the story. Okay, I wrote a movie, okay?
Oh, no, please.
And Alan Lee's my best friend, and I was like, "Hey, Alan, will you please read my movie and let me know if it's good?"
It was terrible.
He read one page, and he said it was terrible.
I'm sorry. It was.
Oh, it's even more than one page.
Yeah, you got
it. It was 3 pages.
Yeah, but it's like,
it didn't hook me. The screenwriting rule: you have to hook the person within the first 5 minutes. And I gave you 3.
But it's 5 minutes, but it's a page per minute.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't know. But see, you can't always be nice to people.
Here we go.
But
anyway,
I
Lana.
always think, what, especially in stand-up, like your first few years of doing stand-up, you have to bring people.
Yeah.
And even if you don't bring people, when you first start, your friends all want to come out and see you perform.
That's sometimes
And it's
good.
the absolute worst, because when you first start doing stand-up, you're pretty bad.
Yeah.
So everybody gets to see you early on, and everybody, "Oh, that was great," right?
Yeah.
And then 10 years later they come back and say, "Oh, you've gotten so much better. You're so good now." But they all have to kind of
I mean, it's good that they come out to see you to begin with, is what I meant. But it's not good that they see you struggling.
Oh no, because they never forget that. It's pretty rough at the beginning.
Family members.
That's kind of like the script, maybe.
Well, it's weird because I've been doing stand up for about 13 years, and I personally believe I've only been good for about the past 5, and I think right when my grandfather died, like that's when I became good. So I think that was like a it sucked because I lost my best friend, but I got really good at stand up. Like everyone's like coming out to see me and stuff, and I was terrible at the beginning.
He didn't get to see you, your grandfather.
Oh no, he did, but he didn't get to see me when I was good because he died. Well, but I think like that's what happens. It's like a major thing happens, and then it clicks for some people. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're speaking my truth. I mean, I really believe that that the worst shit happens that turns into the best comedy.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you can really find your voice through that pain, and that's really, really sad. That's the tragedy in it, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for your loss, for your granddad. But it is. That type of stuff makes for whatever it is. It gives you something to tap into for creativity and art.
Yeah.
True pain.
Yeah, that's didn't Shakespeare say something like that? Like, with a great pain comes great laughs or something? I don't know.
I know that's a military thing.
Maybe Star Wars.
Star Wars.
There you go. There you go.
Every
Star Wars.
every movie that was pained.
Now, Lana, I have a question. You have this information might be wrong, but you have 2 comedy albums out. Is that right?
Yeah, I have a couple things out, actually. I have my first comedy music album was called Dick Jokes and Other Sort of Love Songs.
Yeah.
And then I did another album after that called If These Lips Could Talk.
If These Lips.
And then I did...
Yeah, that's what we have on... That's what it was called. Yeah, we have that on.
Okay, so that one's on iTunes, and then all those are on iTunes, and then I also have a 1 hour special called it's so ... I wrote a song about it.
Cool.
And it's available on iTunes and Amazon, and it was on Hulu. The distribution company that I was with has done some retooling, and it's currently not up on Hulu, but it's going to be back up at some point. I just don't have a re-release date for it.
Yeah.
But for now, you can get it online. And I just recorded a new special that will be out in September, which is so exciting. I just can't even believe how blessed I am that I got the opportunity to shoot this thing. We just wrapped on it last week, and it's a movie. It's a comedy music video with 9 individual music videos we've woven together with kind of like a movie, with plot. Kind of like, I want to say it's Jesus' Magic meets Jagged Little Pill meets Lemonade.
Wow. That sounds interesting.
And it came out so good. The production value was, I mean, I knew I was going to have some great people working on it with me, but I had it was just amazing. I can't even, you're just going to have to see it in September. I have sound stages. I have access to backlot. I had a full crew of people I shot on. I had director, producers. It was crazy. Like, nice. I couldn't believe how blessed I am that I got this kind of an opportunity.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm really excited. I can't believe it, honestly.
Fantastic.
Now, Lana, do you like answering questions from the Twitterverse?
Sure.
Yeah. Because we got a couple questions from Twitter, but the thing, I have a personal question for you is, you have 20K followers, but you're following 17K. Doesn't that overwhelm your Twitter? Like, you get all these 1,000. You know what I mean?
I'm getting more. So for me, I recently started following a lot of people on Twitter, following fans of comedy.
Yeah.
And it is excessive, but it's really helped me find people who are interested in what I'm doing. And so what I do is I answer everybody who writes to me. I do my best, anyways, to get back to pretty much everyone. And if I don't have time to answer everyone, I at least give them a little heart, that type of thing. But it's a lot of work. Social media is work, sort of, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I just started doing that a few months ago. I went from 9,000 followers to 21.5 thousand. I think that's 21.5 now. I just had to do something to kind of start knocking on people's doors, because I feel like there's people who know of me, but maybe not as much as I'd like now at this point. So I just basically Jehovah's Witnessing it through Twitter. I'm just like, hey, I'm here. And then if they are interested in me, then they follow back, and then we start a dialogue. And it's kind of like having a lot of new friends in the world. And I've met so many great people via Twitter right now. It's cool. So I need to do it with all the different social medias. What's that?
You met me through Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's been really, really powerful. Like I said, it's just a way for people to go, oh, who's this? And then now we're talking. Now we're friends in the cyber world. So yeah, I'm not really looking at my feed of Twitter stuff, going through, because then I can't. That would be a nightmare to try and receive a ton of messages. But what I am doing is just talking directly with people, which is really cool.
Well, see, here's my theory on it, because Facebook only lets you have 5,000 friends or whatever, and I just accept everyone who adds me on Facebook because it's whatever. But on Twitter, I'm very picky on who I follow back, and a lot of comedian friends of mine get mad at me because I don't follow them on Twitter, but they follow me. But it's because I see what you do on Facebook. You can message me there. On Twitter, it's I don't need that on my Facebook too. You know what I mean? Because they're linked up. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, look, I love what I get to do with comedy. I love telling jokes, and I love meeting new people. But it's really, social media now is the best way to reach an audience of people and connect with people.
That's
so
true too.
It's part of our job now. I kind of on some level wish it wasn't, because it is a lot of work. But in the same time, I'm having so much fun on Twitter now. I never used to do anything with it at all. I'm really busy, as you can tell from the beginning of the call. I got 2 small kids, and I'm balancing that and trying to get my life together, and it's a lot. And so in some ways, adding Twitter to it and the other work, it's a lot more work, but at the same time, it's also an outlet, and it's fun. Like, I don't know, people make me laugh. Like, some people tweet the funniest things, and it cracks me up, or they respond to something that I posted, and, that feels great. It's like telling a joke, but through the cyber world, and that's awesome.
How old are your kids?
My son just turned 7, and my daughter's 8.
Wow,
nice.
That's good ages, because then they're like old enough to like help you out. You know what I mean? Like, they could help you like carry
like a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
No, because like when you're like a baby, you can't really like, bring in groceries and stuff. And then like if you're 8 or whatever, you could be like, hey, if you want to make $5, bring in the can of milk. And an 8-year-old, $5 is like $1 million.
Hey, it's on this budget here.
Bribing them. Yeah, I'm working with them on trying to be more helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's great.
But am I wrong on that? I mean, $5 to a kid, it's like, holy Lord, it's a lot of money.
But then they have $5, and then you got to deal with that.
Yeah, but
if you're thinking about it, there's a whole nother world of. I actually pay my kids. I have a ticket reward system, and when I'm really really on it, I give them tickets, and so for they behave a certain way or they do a certain thing, and then they covet these tickets because they can turn those in for cash or for other things, usually things that they might want when we're out, like so maybe they pick up like a stuffed animal, because the hardest thing with kids, I want this, and they're in the store, and I'll be like, okay, you can have it, but it's going to be 40 tickets when we get home, and then they're like, oh, it's not worth that, and they'll put it down. So it creates
so it's like a Chuck E. Cheese thing. Yeah.
Well, they get a value level,
discipline one, but
I
mean, I waver with. I try different things at different times with them, and sometimes, it's work, but again, it's like Twitter. It's work, but it's rewarding, and I love it.
Well,
sometimes it's just like
what my parents did to me was they did a gold star a gold ticket, red ticket thing. Red means you're on bad behavior. Gold, like my parents were really weird. So like I got a lot of red tickets, and usually what it was like, if I watched my father's adult videos, that's a red ticket.
Oh.
How old were you?
Oh yeah,
I was 12 when you did that.
I was 12.
That's sick.
I've been babied since I was 23. But so by the end of the year, I'd have all these red tickets and stuff. And then I'm like, hey, what's a box of red tickets worth? And they're like, oh, it's worth 1 gold ticket.
Look at that.
So
my dad.
Wait, so your red tickets were from trying not to get blue balls?
Yeah, exactly. Like my mom always tried to do a positive spin on it. So, but
that's hilarious. So your dad had a porno stash that you were always getting into.
Doesn't every dad have that though? I mean, that's not really weird, is it?
Well,
no, I guess not. But I mean, but if you're constantly getting into it, and they're just kind of leaving it out for you.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Or my dad,
your dad was
wasn't
proud.
a great.
Like, here's my porno stash, and he was happy. But mom, sounds like mom didn't. That was a red ticket offense for mom. Sounds like your parents were coming at this porn stash.
They were very open-minded.
Two different angles.
You grew up in that open-minded era where that's why you are the way you are today, Keith. Open-minded.
All right. So we got a couple of Twitter questions. Question number 1. Hey Lana, big fan. Which song do you prefer to do more, Helen Keller or Anne Frank?
That was hilarious.
Oh, I take so much pleasure in that bit.
It's a great bit.
Helen Keller, like yelling. I do when I yell like Helen Keller. It's really fun. But the reaction from when I finally do the Anne Frank part, is very rewarding. So that's tough. I added a tag to it that I really like.
Well, can you share it on Reza Rift? Oh, you can't.
I tried it a couple of times and I love it so much, but I can't get away with it. But the tag is Malala and Anne Frank, and it's the woman deserves the right to an education, and then Anne Frank answers like, "Shh, you're gonna get yourself shot." So it doesn't after it's just taking it too far. But I like Malala as well. Add it to the equation. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, see, I like jokes that go that extra mile too. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
I've only done it a couple of times, but people are like, "Oh, they're like, yeah, it's a lot." It's like I'm already way over the line,
too
and
soon?
then I'm just like, just too far, like way too far. So.
All right, we have another.
I'll try it again for you, though.
Okay, do it. Oh wait, are you going to do it on the show?
Oh, right now I just kind of did it.
I thought you said you were going to try it again. I was
no,
like,
I mean I'll try it out. I'll keep doing it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Next Twitter question: what was the first guitar you owned?
Oh, that's a good question. When I've been playing since I was in second grade. I'm not sure the name of the brand, but it was a really inexpensive red electric guitar. And when you're young and you're learning to play guitar, your finger strength isn't there. So that's why I started on electric, and I still have it.
Well, that was smart.
But it's not a great brand. It's just.
Wait, you still have your first guitar?
I do.
Cool.
It's
that's amazing.
Kind of beat up now, but yeah, it's a shitty electric, really cheap.
Do you ever still play it or no?
Nah, no, not anymore.
She's
my guitar now is so beautiful. I love that guitar. That's a Santa Cruz. That's a beautiful guitar, and I have my name inlaid in the neck of it.
Sweet.
So why play anything else, really?
I agree. I've never owned a guitar, but my sisters did play lessons, and that was the guitar they had. They had a red electric guitar. I don't know the name of it, but it was red. I remember that.
The red guitar.
Fun.
Yeah, they had a lot of red stars stickers, and they just put it over a guitar.
Oh right, they weren't getting into Dad's porn stash. So.
I don't know what they were doing, but. They just glued stickers on their guitar. Pretty smart. Who are the comedians working today that make you laugh?
Oh God.
So you work with so many too.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
There's so many great comics. I always hate questions like that because there's so many great. I have to say, I think the person who's the funniest, in my opinion, working. I love Doug Stanhope. I just think he's so brilliant and funny, and I mean, yeah. But
that's a tough question.
God, I mean,
yeah, that's
it's tough because it's also chocolate and vanilla. There's so many. When you have to choose one thing, and there's so many different ways of people being funny. That it's hard to just narrow that down, because sometimes you just want to hear real dirty comedy. Sometimes you want to hear something really smart. Sometimes you just want to hear a stupid song. I mean, and I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun to just watch everybody with an open mind, I think, and try and appreciate what they do.
Yeah.
I
can even appreciate a really young, brand new comic just trying something out in an open mic for the first time.
True.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I love comedy.
Yeah, comedy is the coolest. The thing, though, is everyone says, comedy is subjective. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
Ah.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I do, because there's things that I don't find particularly funny, but it's super popular or super enjoyed by other people, and I can't begrudge people for that,
Yeah.
Again, it's chocolate and vanilla. Some people like country music, some people like rock and roll.
Yeah, like
good for
sometimes,
them.
sometimes somebody might want to watch Gallagher. I personally
Right.
would
But you know,
the water.
I mean, I personally
You know,
think, like
that's
for me, I
physical
love to
comedy.
watch somebody who's written a really great bit, and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
wow, that was so smart.
Or Patton Oswalt. Or
But
something.
oh God, he's amazing, right? But I mean, I also think like Dan Whitley and Larry the Cable Guy is really funny, like and really amazing.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with that either.
Not at all.
Like think.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. It's like like having dinner. You have, a main course, a dessert, a little wine. I like to mix it up like that.
A little wine.
Well, that each comic has an essence.
Yeah.
Well, think about it like this. I mean, you might really be into like some super smart, really well thought out joke, and still like Steve Martin and like the Wild and Crazy Guy stuff because that's brilliant stuff. Like nobody can deny that being brilliant, but it's very childlike, and so I don't know, and I don't feel like I have the right to be the judge of other people nor the comedy police. I might like something more than something else, but
Please.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my
agree.
place. I don't have the time for that. I can't stand when comics sit around and hate on each other.
God.
And
Well, see,
These
like,
comedies reviewing other comics. Hello.
well, see, that's the thing. Like, the reason why, like, I want to do stand-up is because, like, I find personal joy in making other people laugh. Like, it makes me feel like a better person. And then when, like, comics, like, just shit-talking each other, it's like, you're not making other people laugh. Like, well, what's the joy in that? You know what I mean?
There's all these haters out there.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's really easy to get caught up in this sort of,
Critique.
so and so's got success and I should have that, and then people. And the thing, I don't know. I've always looked at it like if somebody can have success, and you can have it too. It just might. You're on a different journey.
Yeah.
And also, success is all relative, too. Like, I think comics get really caught up in looking up the mountain instead of looking behind them. So, like, in other words, we're all sort of working our way through that world, trying to get to the top of the mountain. And really, there's nobody, I mean, unless you're Adam Sandler or Chris Rock, like, everyone's kind of, like, still trying to get to that pinnacle. And I'm sure when they stand up at the top of the mountain, they look around them and think that they still haven't made it for some reason. Like, I'm sure, I don't know, unless maybe Jerry Seinfeld, I don't know, but imagine if you talked to him, he'd be mad about something that he didn't get in the course of his career. I don't know with him, but
and
you know what I'm saying.
And think about it, a lot of them who are very funny and we enjoy them, they end up on some cocaine binge. And we're reading about
don't get me started.
We're reading about them in the Inquirer, and we're going, he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Now, why is he sitting in that hotel room, laid out there with a needle in his arm?
Well, see, when I open up for Norm
That always-
Macdonald, he always tells me, because, like, it's Norm Macdonald. He's a rock star. He's my favorite comic. You know what I mean? I'm opening for my hero. But he always tells me, he says, hey, just treat people how you want to be
Thank
treated.
you.
And Norm treats everybody with respect.
What a sweetheart.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's how I treat all the comics. And then when they, like, just, like, badmouth each other, it's like, you know what? You're wasting your time. You're supposed to be making people laugh and happy with their lives.
Well, what about the roasts? You love those roasts. See,
I don't like the roast.
You get up there and you can...
I
do you like...
I think
Are you a
it's
roaster, Lana? Do you...
Yeah, have you ever done the roast
have
at
you
the
done
Comedy
roast?
Store?
I'm afraid. I'm intimidated.
Oh, the roast battle?
Yeah.
You know what? I have performed on the roast battle show, and I was supposed to roast battle. What's his name? He's another guitar comic, and he's always at the roast battle. Regan? What's his name?
You know what? I know there's another guy with the guitar.
He plays guitar at the roast battle all the time.
Yeah. Jeff
Regan?
Richards?
Not Jeff.
What is it?
Jeff Richards?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeff
God,
doesn't play the
I don't
guitar.
know.
No.
But he has a guitar.
Oh, it's something Regan. Shoot.
Sorry.
Anyways, I was supposed to roast battle him, and I wrote a 3-minute song about him, and I should know his name because it was in the song. It's just been a little while, and he no-showed on the battle.
What?
He no-showed and then never rescheduled. I think he was scared.
Yeah.
Pat Regan.
Oh, Pat Regan.
I'm calling him out right now on your podcast. I'm calling out Pat right now. Pat, you pussied out on our roast battle, and I was ready to go. I had my shit tight.
Well,
And I was waiting there, and he no-showed. And then his buddy texted him and was like, "Where?" And he was like, "I'm not coming." And then I brought up, I said, "Well, let's try another night," and it was crickets. So, yeah. There you go.
I think people, when they do the roast battle, they're scared to lose. But the thing is, like, I'll be honest, I'm not trained in that comedy, but I like doing it because it helps me get trained in that comedy. But it's not my favorite type of comedy. But if you're
somebody's got to lose.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a roast battle, I'll battle you. I don't mind. I'll show up.
Well, see, there you go. I mean, I wasn't that worried about it, but it's just, Well,
you got up there.
But that's a whole different thing. It's fun. I think they took that show on the road, I think, too. So they're doing really good with it.
And they're having a Comedy Central show on that, too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's going to be...
Yeah, and they should, because it's hilarious to watch. So.
We have another Twitter question. I don't know if I should ask you this because I know you're going through. Is it okay if I ask you a Ralphie May question or no?
Yeah, I mean, that's part of my life.
Oh, Lana, did you hear that Ralphie saved a kid at an airport, and what are your thoughts on that?
I did. So, I think Ralphie's an amazing man. I was married to him.
Yeah.
Still am. We were together for almost 18 years, and that's awesome that he saved a child. I mean, my God, like
that's so cool.
It's amazing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That it's nice when comics like do good too at airports and stuff.
Yeah, when they hear about us.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very nice.
Yeah.
This is a really, really hard time for me.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that people don't know. And it's really sad. It's a really, really sad story. Because I loved Ralphie so much.
Well, thank
so
you.
much, and part of me still does.
Well, thank you. That's so sweet of you to
share
that.
I didn't mean to, like,
in the news.
It was just in the news. I didn't mean to. But, like, I mean, at least like, the person you were with and love, is doing good, so.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you say doing good, because there's
I meant like saving
all
a
aspects
kid.
of life. To show up at an airport and randomly have something happen
Yeah.
and randomly do an act of good deed is awesome.
There you go.
I can't say the same about what's gone on in our life personally, especially as of late. Especially this year has been absolutely awful and unnecessarily awful, and the stuff that it's just, there's a lot of things that may or may not come out, which I never wanted to come out. And it's just, when you said something a few minutes ago about this business and people not being well.
Yeah.
It's been a really hard 5 years right now of a lot of very sad things. But I didn't file for divorce. He did. And he didn't do it by himself. And it's really sad. It's really, really sad.
Well,
I'm sorry to hear that.
We feel for you.
No, it's okay. And it is what it is. Like I said, I just hope he finds his way.
Yeah.
Because we all know that the outcomes of these things aren't good.
Well, we have one more question before we gotta go. Lana, is there going to be a Netflix special for you in the future?
I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. If I knew what my future was going to bring, I hope I don't just have Netflix special. I hope I have all kinds of things coming up, and I think I will. I mean, my life changed. One of the things I learned this year when we talked about with the previous question, as hard as this year was, and as sad as it is losing that part of my life, there's been some amazing things happen. You mentioned the zombie film. Well, that hasn't been shot yet, but I shot a small part in another independent at the beginning of the summer. I have a larger part in another independent coming up, shooting later this month.
And you wrote a movie, right? You wrote a movie too.
I wrote a movie, which we have 50% of the funding in place.
Fantastic.
But the movie that I shot the one that I was telling you about, the 9 music videos and all that, would never have happened if other aspects of my life weren't hadn't been completely and totally devastated.
Yeah.
So out of when we started, it's kind of like this podcast came full circle, right?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the shitty stuff that happens, we might never find our greatness.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I'm approaching this year. I had a lot of really, really, really shitty things happen, and there's a silver lining, you know, at the end of the year. And then going forward, maybe it'll lead its way to all kinds of other cool things, because Netflix would be incredible. I would be so honored.
That's a great that's a fantastic outlook.
That's what we gotta do. We'll start tweeting it. Well, Lana, thank you so much for your time, and
this
it was so fun.
Thank you, Lana. That was great, man.
Guys, thank you. I'm thank you so much for having me on your show.
Anything you want to plug or anything?
Where can the folks at home follow you?
Oh, well, check out Perfect 10 Podcast.
Okay.
And hit me up on Twitter. I'm on there, and in September, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, right? Instagram. But in September, check out my movie. It's going to be called Limeade, and I'm going to be posting it to YouTube. So you might even want to get online and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got lots of fun stuff on there right now anyhow.
Will do, Limeade. And
then you'll be ready to rock when the new film comes out.
All right. And I'm dead serious about the roast battle. If you need a roast fight, let's do it. All right.
We'll figure it out. That sounds cool.
Right
yeah.
All right, Lana. Well, thanks again.
Thank you, Lana.
Have a good night.
And we'll hit you
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thank you, Lana Turner.
Bye.
Bye.
So she's got a YouTube.
That was
we could subscribe. People can subscribe to it, right?
Oh.
That's cool.
That was awesome, man.
She's great, man.
Yeah.
That was a blast.
That'd be cool if I roast battled her.
Well, you asked her, so
yeah.
You know.
I thought it was funny that she Pete Regan, is that his name? Pat Regan. Pat Regan.
Yeah. Have you met Pat Regan?
I have not, but I know of him. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Man, I think I got the hiccups again. From like the cold.
What? You usually handle that very well.
Yeah. I was like, because like you gotta hold your breath and stuff. But man, that was a cool interview and stuff.
I loved her insights.
Yeah.
And she was so honest and direct, and this is fantastic. Our guests have been great, and she was fantastic tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, everyone, before we head out, follow Lana Turner on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And see when she's playing at you. Phenomenal stand-up. Very
film coming
gifted.
Out, Limeade, and
she's a great singer. I forgot to tell her that.
Yeah, I love it.
But I think she's a great singer.
She has a country twang.
And our prayers and thoughts are with Megan. We hope whatever is happening with her, everything turns out to be okay.
She's going to tell us what's going on.
Yeah, but her thoughts and stuff, they're with her. And Alan, do you have anything going on this week before we go?
I'm writing something that I'm going to continue to leave everyone on edge, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to give a little summary.
Sam just gave me the light,
So, and by the way, this is a plug for Universal if they want to be our sponsor. I really enjoyed the Walking Dead maze. Scared the hell out of me.
All right. Well, I'm going to be at the Brea Improv all weekend with the great Jeremy Hodge.
You're featuring.
I'm featuring, and Jeremy, as you know, is one of my stand-up heroes. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be with him. It's going to be awesome. Buy tickets at brea.improv.com.
Keith Reza.
Yeah, no, it's Jeremy Hodge's show. I'm just on the show. I'm featuring for Jeremy Hodge. And also, one more time for Lana Turner, guys. Give her a follow and all that stuff. A very funny lady, and hopefully I'll roast battle her.
Yeah. And hope your hiccups go away.
Yeah. How cool would it be if I won the roast battle?
What's that surprise?
I don't know, but she could write a song about me.
Oh, that's true.
That'd be fun. All right, guys. See you next week. Until then, follow me on Twitter and Facebook and tweet.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.